Some things online feel like they appear out of nowhere. One moment you're scrolling, and the next, the same meme, the same sound, the same trend is everywhere. But these explosions don't happen by chance. There are hidden triggers tucked inside our own psychology and built into the platforms we use every day. Today, we're peeling back that curtain and tracing the exact forces that turn ordinary content into global wildfire. Have you ever wondered why one meme suddenly shows up everywhere? Why a trend takes over your feed so completely that you can't escape it? It looks spontaneous, but there is structure behind that explosion. There are psychological triggers, platform mechanics, and feedback chains that quietly work together in the background. Today, we're pulling apart those hidden forces so you can finally understand how digital wildfires actually ignite. When most people think about viral content, they imagine popularity, that a post gets lucky, catches the right audience, or hits the right timing. But what truly drives these runaway moments isn't luck at all. It's repetition, reaction, and reinforcement. Every piece of content enters a small initial test. A handful of viewers see it. If even a few respond, watch longer, share, comment, or replay, the system interprets that as relevance. That tiny reaction triggers the first cycle. The content is shown to a slightly bigger group. If they respond, the cycle expands. With every round, the loop becomes stronger, like a snowball rolling downhill, picking up speed with each rotation. But the loop alone isn't enough. The real spark sits in human psychology. Our brains are built with certain reflexes that digital content exploits perfectly. One of the strongest is social proof. When you see a video with millions of views or a meme posted by everyone in your circle, your brain registers importance before you even think about it. It's a shortcut. If many people care, maybe I should too. That instinct evolved for survival, but online it becomes the engine of scale. Another major driver is emotion. Emotion spreads faster than information because it creates a physical reaction: laughter, outrage, awe, nostalgia. Those reactions are easy for platforms to detect. Faster scrolling, sudden pauses, likes, comments, rewatches. The moment an emotional signal is detected, the content is rewarded with broader reach. A message that sparks laughter doesn't just entertain, it bonds people. A message that sparks outrage doesn't just provoke, it accelerates engagement through conflict. A message driven by nostalgia doesn't just remind, it comforts. These emotional cues tell algorithms more of this will keep people engaged. Our minds also favor simplicity. The easier something is to grasp and retell, the farther it travels. Complex explanations rarely go viral, but a simple image or short clip can cross cultural lines instantly. When something is easy to repeat, it becomes contagious. That's why memes dominate and why short-form video thrives. Minimal effort, maximum recognition. And then there's identity. People share what reflects who they are or how they want to be seen. A sarcastic meme, an inspirational message, a clever observation, all become signals. When a piece of content gives someone a way to express themselves without having to craft their own words, they pass it along. It becomes a badge. Sharing transforms into self-definition. But if psychology lights the spark, platform architecture spreads the fire. Every platform constantly runs micro-tests. New posts are shown to a small slice of users. If that slice reacts in ways that match platform goals, long watch time, frequent sharing, high engagement, the content is delivered to a bigger slice. This continues through clusters of people who share similar interests. If a post performs well in one tightly connected community, it can jump into a neighboring one. A joke born in a niche corner of the internet can move into mainstream culture in hours because communities overlap like rippling circles. As a piece of content gains momentum, prediction systems kick in. Platforms analyze the likelihood that each user will engage, not whether it's meaningful, not whether it's accurate, just whether you'll interact. If the system calculates that a certain audience will react strongly, the content rises in their feeds. And once momentum starts, the system favors it even more because fast-moving content keeps people on the platform longer. This is why some trends feel like they appear out of thin air. By the time you notice them, they've already passed multiple rounds of amplification. But let's talk about what really makes someone hit share. People don't spread content for the creator, they spread it for themselves. They share things that feel personal. This is exactly me. They share things that feel useful. You need to see this. They share things that articulate feelings they don't know how to express. They share things that brighten their day. They share things that shock them. The most powerful moments combine these motivations. A funny clip that also captures a universal truth. A surprising fact that also feels relevant. An emotional message that resonates deeply. Once people begin participating, the loops intensify. Engagement leads to visibility, visibility leads to more engagement, and the cycle accelerates. As more people see the content, it becomes familiar. And as it becomes familiar, people interpret that familiarity as significance. This is why you might not like a trend the first time you see it, but end up quoting it a week later. Exposure breeds acceptance and eventually enthusiasm. Participation creates another layer. When people can remix, comment, stitch, duet, parody, or reinterpret the content, the trend becomes a collective experience. Viewers turn into contributors. Contributors generate secondary waves, and each wave strengthens the original spark. Eventually, conversations spill outside the platform. People bring the content into group chats, influencers comment on it, other creators reference it, media outlets report on it. This external attention loops new audiences back into the platform, pushing the cycle further. Something that started as a simple post becomes a cultural event, not because of size alone, but because it becomes woven into conversation. And that's the real story behind virality. It's not magic, it's not random. It's the intersection of what humans naturally respond to and how digital systems are designed to reward what keeps us engaged. Every viral moment is the result of countless small interactions, tiny sparks that, when aligned with powerful psychological triggers, multiply into something larger than anyone intended. So, the next time you see a meme dominating your timeline or a trend everyone seems to be participating in, remember, there's an unseen structure beneath it, a set of patterns shaping what you see, what you share, and what becomes part of our cultural bloodstream. Understanding that structure reveals the truth behind the internet's biggest mysteries and gives you the clarity to recognize how digital wildfires really spread. If this breakdown opened your eyes to how digital moments actually take shape, imagine what happens when you start applying these forces intentionally. The next viral spark won't just be something you stumble across, it could be something you create. If you want more deep dives like this, stay with me. There's a whole world of hidden digital mechanics waiting to be uncovered.